What this election boils down to, in a lot of ways, it's fundamentally about freedom. Now, it's not just a great song that Vice President Harris walks onto, although it is a great song that Vice President Harris walks onto, but it's truly fundamentally, what does freedom mean? And some of you in here, I keep coming back to it, some of us who are a little older, because we got to go back a little ways in history here, when Republicans used to talk about freedom, many of them actually meant it. They weren't going to turn their backs on our allies. They weren't going to leave Ukraine to themselves. They weren't going to start doing the things they did. But that's not true anymore. Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, their idea of freedom, that the government should be free to invade every corner of our lives, our bedrooms, our kids' schools, even our doctor's office. And I say this, where I come from, and I know where all of you come from, I respect my neighbors' personal choices. I wouldn't make some of the choices they make. But you know what? When it comes to personal things, bodily autonomy, your gender identity, when to start a family, marrying who you love, might sound a little bit old-fashioned on that, but I think we just need to be really good neighbors. Everyone just deserves to be treated with respect. Freedom to make that choice. And I keep reinforcing this because they talk about this. You know, there's no government's too big in all this. Big enough to be in my bedroom, apparently. Big enough to be in your uterus. Big enough to be in every library. Big enough to do that. But here's the thing. This society works best, whether it's small towns or large towns, and I say this because I bet every state could say this, but in Minnesota, things work really well because we have a saying that I talk about a lot. You know, everything works better if you just mind your own damn business and I'll mind mine.